Beginning to look a lot like Christmas here in New York City at Union Square's holiday market. Small business owners are facing big hurdles, including inflation, which is at its highest level in over 40 years. So high, will people actually shop through it? Yahoo Finance reporter Dani Romero spoke to some of the smaller shop owners to discuss their outlook on the holiday season. What did you hear?
So this holiday market at Union Square, it's a tradition. It's been a tradition for 29 years. And this year, it's back in full swing. It's also an opportunity for these small business owners to really end the year making a little bit more than what they started with. Take a look. It's a very New York Christmas at Union Square. Its annual holiday market has returned, and so have the shoppers.
It's very festive, and it's fun to be outside, and it's really great to be at the market and be supporting local artists and small businesses.
And for some, it's been a treat. Brandy Odie, visiting from Georgia, found a very special Christmas present for her son.
I'm very excited about this gift, actually. I'm going to put it in our suitcase, and then as soon as I get home and wrap and put it under the tree. He won't know what it is. He didn't ask for it.
With more than 180 booths, it's hailed a must-visit destination for unique gifts and created by local craftsmen and artists.
I sell everyday jewelry as well as bridal and special occasion, and I basically make everything by hand using hypoallergenic metals and freshwater pearls, Baroque pearls, and semi-precious gemstones as well as Swarovski.
It's this foot traffic and people shopping local at these marketplaces that's kept this small business owner afloat.
I think like the brick and mortar, it's tough to get foot traffic that these types of markets get. It's one of the best places to sell in the entire world in terms of foot traffic. It's constant.
But this year, it has been a bit more challenging.
I've had to put all my prices down actually because I want to be able to have things that people can afford, because my demographic is people from age like probably 20 and up, and a lot of us are young professionals and we have student loans. We aren't able to buy a $75 pair of earrings. So we like to say our average price here is probably around $50, and it's a splurge from a lot of people that are just barely making rent, especially in New York where it's literally just the rent paycheck to paycheck for everyone, even people working in the corporate world.
While some try to weather the storm, others are debuting their products for the first time.
This was a pipe dream. I wanted to be here for over 10 years. It's very sentimental. I used to go to Parsons. I graduated in 2010. And so I would come here all the time and look at all these artists.
However, the environment has changed since then. Customers are cutting back on spending amid high inflation.
I will say I have noticed that this year people are buying like lower amounts from my space. Instead of spending $100, they're spending maybe $40.
There's good news though. The National Retail Federation estimates retail sales 6 to 8% higher than in 2021, while a Gallup poll shows Americans plan to spend more on gifts than they have in the last 3 years. That's giving hope for this vendor, who's paying a pretty penny to have his booth open at the holiday market.
On average, I'd like to make like over $1,000 a day, like a couple grand, between that ballpark.
And you can hear right there that these vendors are really relying on the support and the sales from this holiday season, but also, a challenge that they've been facing, particularly this week, is the doom and gloom. It's been kind of rainy these past few days, so they've told me that a challenge that has really impacted and weighed on their sales has been the weather.
Yeah, certainly could be challenging here since we know how critical the holiday shopping season is. Dani, any idea what some of these small business owners, what their outlook is as we look further out from the holidays and into the new year?
Obviously they have a lot of optimism still as we go into this new year. But like you heard, one of the small business owners, she's had to cut some of her sale prices in order to meet her customers' needs. That just tells you the environment that we're currently in right now. And so another sticker shock that I heard from some of these vendors has been the fact that to have their pop-up booth open, they pay $18,000. And one of these vendors—
That's for the season.
That's
okay.
For this market place.
Right?
Yeah, yes, for the holiday market. Yeah. And one of these vendors told me that she needs to make over $30,000 in sales to cover her operating costs.
Wow, that's very, very expensive.
Hard to imagine
that's
hitting that mark.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's a lot of money for some of these businesses that clearly, I would guess, don't have it at this point.
Yeah, like you heard, the price ranges are from $10 to $50. So
a lot of sales. All right, Dani Romero, great stuff. Thanks so much.